Alex Padilla has joined us by WebEx. I want to thank St. Alumnus for allowing him to slip ahead. Alex, if you're there, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate the accommodation. As I think all my colleagues can appreciate, we have a HISGAC markup in a few minutes, so I will submit most of my questions afterwards for the record, but wanted the opportunity to raise at least one issue with Mr. Regan today. Just last week, scientists from NOAA and Princeton University published new research modeling the impacts of wildfire smoke in the West. Research found that Westerners, particularly residents of Northern California, my home state, could see particle pollution from wildfires increase by more than 50% by the year 2050. So that's actually in the relative near term, and potentially triple by the end of the century. It also found that not only is climate change making wildfires more frequent and certainly more catastrophic, but climate change drives other air conditions like air stagnation, which further increases dirty air. Now, the state of California and the federal government in partnership have made a lot of progress to ensure that our communities can breathe clean air, like working in partnership to cut air pollutants from vehicles. But we have a lot more to do to mitigate against the harmful impacts of wildfire smoke, which is why this study was so critical, and it shows that it's only getting worse. So my question is this, Administrator Regan, I was glad to see that in the fiscal year 23 budget request includes $6.5 million for a wildfire prevention and readiness program to identify, to predict, and communicate when and where smoke events are occurring. I was hoping you can just spend a minute elaborating on what the EPA's plans are for how to implement those dollars.
Well, thank you for the question, and we know that the public depends on us to provide trusted information about air quality conditions and the health impacts before, during, and after these fire and smoke events. So we do the research to build the tools needed to understand those impacts on air quality, but also water quality and health. EPA's Air Now website and mobile app received over 13 million page views in 2021. And so we're improving that map so that users can view in real time and learn about actions that they can take, personal actions they can take to reduce their exposure. We're also working on improving notification, planning, and when feasible, advanced notice of smoke events. So our budget request support the need for improved readiness by enhancing our wildfire data and communication, but also to enhance the technical capabilities that we desire to push that information out to those who need it the most. We have so many parents, so many mothers who, when they drop their kids off at school during a wildfire event, want to know if their children are safe at school. Can they go out for a jog during the day? We want to be able to provide that data in real time so that families don't have to have their entire lives altered during and after these wildfire events as it relates to the smoke inhalation and impacts to public health.
Okay. Well, thank you for your response. Look forward to following up with you on this topic and the others that we'll submit for the record. Thank you, Mr. Chair.